Hello and welcome to the day 1 of our Your First Video in 3 Days challenge. Today I'm going to be showing you how to ideate and make all the necessary preparation to get your first video out and publish on YouTube. Hi, my name is Alan. I'm the guy behind YouTube Operator Academy, a community of like-minded individuals who are dedicated to grow on YouTube. I'm helping people like you to start, create your first video, and start publishing and then get good on YouTube without having the creator overwhelmed by taking a step-by-step guide in terms of how you get there. So, if you have already joined the community, I'm gonna here in this course assume that you have gone through the onboarding process and you know and understand how the community works, and that you have gone through the setup of making sure and preparing your YouTube channel for the recording. Going into the first video, today we're gonna be covering ideating and packaging your first video. And this video is gonna be posted within this area. So it's gonna give you a step-by-step guide. And how? We're gonna be doing that through this video ideation and packaging worksheet. This is available for free for the people of YouTube Operator Academy and also to everybody else on my Gumroad page. Links will be provided in the description below. And I'm going to be showing you how I did ideation for this video, Occupy Mars Madman Start Guide, which is actually, as you can see, an outlier on my channel. It's performing way better than the others. Why? Because I applied principles that I'm teaching in the YouTube Operator Academy. So we're going to be covering how we covered that one. Okay, so first we're going to be talking about ideation. This is the first part of the course. If you haven't already, I would like you to download Video Ideation and Packaging Worksheet. If you're in my YouTube Operator Academy, this will be provided at the bottom of this video. You can just click and download it through my Gumroad store. If not, if you come through YouTube, you're gonna be seeing that in the description of this video. You can download it. It's completely free, even if you're not a part of YouTube Operator Academy. It's my gift to you to help you build better content. So let's see how we're gonna do that. Just to remove a little bit of the overwhelm, in my YouTube Operator Academy, I have an entire course on video ideation, how to come up with great video ideas, outlier methods, psychology, and all of that. We're gonna do none of that today. This is this is your first video. Don't overthink it. So, let's go first. We're gonna be talking about video topic or a game if you're a gaming creator. In my case, I love the game Occupy Mars. So my game is gonna be Occupy Mars the game, which is one of my favorite survival games set on Mars. It's a space game and it's really amazing. But nobody will care if I don't present it in a really good way. So how I'm gonna do that? Simple. First, we're gonna go through the idea. The idea, we said, Occupy Mars the game. That's the game that we'll be covering. Video type. Today I'm doing a Let's Play. Now you will hear that there's a lot of things said about Let's Plays. Those are dead because those are about me, about my journey. Yes, but if you're a good storyteller, you can get away with it. Or if you have an interesting angle, which is exactly what I want to show you here. Your unique angle and my unique angle, it's gonna be, we're gonna do the Madman difficulty. Meaning, I'm playing on the max difficulty, the harshest survival. And the question that's in everybody's head, will I make it? How will I do that? What can I do and how it's gonna end? And maybe by watching him, I'm gonna learn how to play this game as well, if I'm interested in the genre, which is my target audience. Tone and style, you see me very enthusiastic here, but when I'm playing Occupy Mars, my tone is typically calming. It's a little bit enthusiastic, but also calming narrative. So we're gonna say calming, educational. I play this game quite many times and I know what works, what doesn't. So I'm gonna be also teaching them how to survive on Mars, how to survive their first encounter. Educational tips and tricks delivered through video commentary. Now here you could say, do you want to include a face cam like myself? I thought about it. This time I'm skipped it because some content I like to edit later, but for your first video, you might not want to edit at the beginning at all, and that's why we're gonna be playing it live. When it comes to video packaging, I've given this quite a lot of thought, so I'm gonna show you what I did in my YouTube operator. So going through it, I'm gonna show you in my YouTube operator. This is another template that I'm using. That's for a little bit more advanced later on. But when you're building, let me just go into my content planner, and actually I can go and watch the view video series. Let's go through the video series gallery. You can clearly see that I've been using this template for quite a while. Okay, so this is my series that I've been playing. So you can see within this here, we're gonna go with this Getting Started Guide on Occupy Mars. Madman difficulty. I have created this idea, and if you go into the Ideation qualification checklist, this is what I wrote. Idea, one-liner, a Let's Play Occupy Mars game with the first episode package with tips getting off to a good start for maximum playable difficulty. That is my promise. That is my suggestion on how I plan to play, as well as with my unique angle. So okay, we have covered the idea. We know what we're gonna play, now we have to figure out how to present it. And by going into the video title proposals, we have to come up with some concrete title ideas. So let's try and churn out some title ideas. So first one would be, let's say, getting a great start in Occupy Mars 1.0 Madman difficulty. Because this communicates to a viewer a value. You're getting a great start in Occupy Mars, so if you're interested in playing it, you might want to see what am I doing. And Madman difficulty adds an extra challenge on top, making this, opening a curiosity gap, asking person, how is this gonna go? How it's gonna play out? Then, since this was a video of launching of the Occupy Mars 1.0, it was coinciding with this, so I was doing a little bit of a trend checking also. So we go Occupy Mars 1.0 is out, and we are playing it on max difficulty. This is another example, what we're gonna be putting in the title. This is a more narrative, it's a little bit weaker than that. And let's say we're gonna go with the third one being Madman Start Guide Occupy Mars Survival. So this one communicates, the front loads the value. It says, okay, we're gonna be doing start a guide, which means I'm gonna be telling you how to start. It is also on Madman difficulty, and it's an Occupy Mars quiz survival game for those of you that don't know. So here I'm trying to jack in multiple viewers, grabbing their attention and making sure that they listen. So when it comes to video thumbnail outlines, I'm gonna be putting here an astronaut in at the surface of Mars in front of survival capsule. Then the second, and then you can say even outline the words Madman difficulty clearly visible. The point of having these outlined is you can actually put them in ChatGPT and ask for questions and feedback. How does this perform? How is this gonna make this better? Suggest better for me. So there is a point of outlining them, and this is gonna be helping you when you're recording tomorrow, in the next day. You're gonna know what your scene should look like, and I'm gonna show you that in a second. So then we have an astronaut further from the base. Text 1.0 visible to highlight the launch, and Madman besides. And then a third one could be, I don't know, let's just stick with the two, but we're gonna get more. So I'm gonna be showing you now which screenshots I actually made during the recording for that episode, so you see my entire process. So when I was doing the recording, we're gonna go right into my folders for Occupy Mars for the screenshots. I did a lot of them, as you can tell. But for the first episode of that, we're gonna say it's the OM Mad series. So when we come to there are a total of 3, as you can see. With having this outline written here, I knew what I was going for. So if I just put those here, you're gonna see, for example, Mars Survival, Sol 1. Then you have the max difficulty, person in front of the capsule. Or Occupy Mars, the game, 1.0, in front of the base, derelict base, there is a ATV, and out now clearly visible. Now this one turned to be my best performing thumbnail. But when it comes to this, you actually do want to define that content. If I didn't write this text, I wouldn't know what to shoot for, and my screenshot could have been something completely generic. So this is why I'm telling you how to build these type of content. And then you want to be defining the first hook, the first 30 seconds of your video here. And that hook is something that's gonna be present when you start the video. So the moment you press start, Occupy Mars has hit 1.0. It's finally out of the early access. And for those of you who might be asking, what is Occupy Mars? It's a survival game where you're base building, collecting stuff, exploring. It's an awesome game, and people have been comparing it to Subnautica. Actually, it's much deeper than that. And to celebrate the launch, I'm gonna be starting a new sandbox, but I'm gonna be doing it on the Madman difficulty. Yes, that's right. We're gonna be taking the tough approach. Now, so you can see here, those are the first 30 seconds of that video. So what I was doing in the hook, you can actually write exactly what you want and how you want to start it. So in the hook, what you want to be covering, you want to be saying, okay, first and foremost, you want to be confirming the click, meaning that the Occupy Mars 1.0 is out. You want to be confirming that because that's what's on your title and thumbnail. So those are the first things that should be coming out of your mouth when somebody watches it. Then you want to say how it's relatable to you and your channel. So you want to say the game is Subnautica-like. I mean, that's a hook. It's a short hook because a lot of people in the survival game genre know Subnautica. They love it. It's a beloved game. And this is telling you this is something like it. So that means immediately it's relatable. You want to watch it. So Subnautica-like survival game with deep technical systems. And then the third thing that you want to say, what's your unique angle? What makes your video special? What makes it different from everybody else's? And that's where say we are playing it on a Madman difficulty, which is actually gonna make it a lot harder and a lot more interesting to watch. So with these 3 titles mentioned and clearly outlined, you do want to be writing your first 30 seconds. Why, you may ask? Because when you start yapping on YouTube, you're gonna get blah 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 blah, and it's gonna go all kinds of crazy. So what you want to say, okay, you want to start immediately from the first second. Occupy Mars 1.0 is out of the early access, which means it's available to you. You can actually play it, and then you can say Occupy Mars is a Subnautica-like survival game set on the surface of Mars with deep technical systems and survival mechanics. Now, I've been in the survival genre long enough to know that this is very interesting to the viewers, and I know my viewers watch space-based content, so for them this is really compelling and interesting. And then we're gonna say survival mechanics. I will be showing you how to get a great start and to make things more interesting. We will be playing on Madman, aka maximum difficulty. So this is enough for a hook. It needs to be no more than 30 seconds. So this is how your video packaging should work. Now you're not gonna have these screenshots. I've put them in here just so you have a rough idea what you're looking for. I'm gonna just keep one. And then I want you to be going through the idea packaging checklist. Topic selected and aligned with your YouTube channel. Well, yes it is. Let me just put myself away. Your video type selected, how to listicle let's play. Yeah, it's gonna be a let's play. Alright, fine. Your angle clearly defined. Yeah, my angle is gonna be, we're doing the maximum difficulty playthrough, and tone and style set. And making sure that they're calm, soothing, educational tips and tricks and all that. Then we're gonna go through the packaging verification. Title communicates the clear value to the viewer. I have actually selected out of the three. I asked ChatGPT to tell me which one is the strongest, and turns out this one was the strongest, so I went with this one. Turns out I wasn't wrong, or actually ChatGPT wasn't wrong. So the thing is, title communicates clear value to the viewer. Yes. Title sparks curiosity. The start guide. It might be interesting. And Occupy Mars Survival, new game, definitely. Thumbnail stands out among the others. The 1.0 is actually dominating above everything else, and Out Now communicates this game is out. It's available for you to play, so it stops the scroll. Thumbnail evokes emotion, definitely. When you see it, I want to play. Cool. The important thing, title and thumbnail do not repeat each other. So this one says Start Guide, and this one says Out Now. Those complement each other and spark the curiosity. Now the hook confirms the click. Yes, Occupy 1 is out of the early access. Immediately confirms the click. It's a survival game on the surface of Mars. Cool. Who confirms the click? We're gonna be I'm showing you how to get a great start and how to make things more interesting. We're gonna be playing on Madman. We are setting the stage and explaining why should I care. And the hook is not too long, 30 seconds max. So you see, this checks off all of the necessary boxes. And in my YouTube Operator Academy, here, this packaging is gonna drive you step by step, showing exactly how to come and what's the philosophy and what you should be thinking behind it. And you even have the completion checklist at the end, and you can download this for a free worksheet, which is gonna help you create and ideate for your first video and make it good before you even press record. So that tomorrow, when you start recording, you're gonna have 100% clarity on how you're gonna be recording, what you're gonna be talking about, and which additional screenshots you need to make for title and thumbnail. And that's the secret sauce, and that's gonna help you out a ton. So if you like this video, thumbs up, and I'm gonna see you tomorrow.